Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Express and Star reporter Matt Mayer. Matt, not a classic performance on Saturday from Wolves, but they got the job done.
No, you know, it's a cliche that the best teams, you know, find a way to win when they're not at their best. It's a cliche because it's true, and that's exactly what Wolves did at the weekend at Reading. You know, let's face it, who are down the wrong end of the Championship, not had a great start, but are, you know, last season's beaten playoff finalists, not an easy place to go. Yeah, Wolves kind of rode their luck perhaps at times, but I think, you know, ultimately you've got to look and say that's a kind of a pretty classic standard, you know, away day performance, you know, from, you know, a team that's, you know, continues to jump over the barriers that are put in its path.
And so good that there's threats all over the park, Jota and Bonatini being the two main goal scorers this year, but you've got threats all over the pitch. Caballero scoring, Matt Doherty scoring. It's great to have.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we've said this before about Wolves. You know, Bonatini was on a great scoring streak. You know, you can stop him. You can stop Jota to an extent. Or is it Jota? You know.
Oh, Jota sounds good. He's foreign, it's fine. Call him Jota. Call him Jota. Do what you want here.
Yeah, very good player. But you can stop. You know, you can stop those two, but you've still got people who could come in. For me, you know, I think one of the things you take from Saturday is you've got a player who's come off the bench, Helder Costa, the star of last season, who's barely made a ripple this one. You know, he had a pretty nasty injury. I think if you speak to a lot of managers, they tend to say that, you know, if you had an injury like that, it can often take that time you're out injured again to get back to where they were. So that would put Costa, in the new year perhaps, you know, kind of hitting the kind of form we came to expect last year. And what a boost that will be for Wolves. You want to use another cliche, you know, like a new signing.
Cliche up, I don't care.
He comes into the side, say January, they're probably going to strengthen again. You know, we keep looking at this Wolves team and thinking, well, come on, you know, this seems too good to be true. But each time we think, you know, you find a chink in the armour, you know, they keep on delivering.
And fighting for places as well. They need to perform if they're called upon, and they have done this year. I mean, Ryan Bennett's come in and kept 3 clean sheets. Wednesday game and a Saturday game. There's going to be opportunities for the squad to impress Nuno further.
Yeah, well, Danny Barton, Roderick Miranda on the bench on Saturday. Wouldn't be surprised if they came in, you know, against Leeds or even, you know, maybe at the weekend. It's just a relentless division. You know, you don't get any time to really, you know, sit back and admire your handiwork. It's always on to the next one. Particularly now, I talked about it a bit last week. You know, this kind of grind of the season really gets going now. There's no breaks now all the way through to the end of March. This is where really it does become a mental but also more physical. You know, but if you've got what Wolves have got, you know, the squad where people can come in and just slot in. They all seem to know what they're doing. You know, where they have to be. You know, that's it. You've cracked it. I mean, it's very hard at the minute to see, you know, anybody stopping Wolves. And I say that from a kind of an outside view because obviously I don't see them, you know, every game. I cover another club in the Championship, and the view from elsewhere. You know, you look at this Wolves side; Villa. They are serious business.
At the same time, you know, people have said at the start of the season when they were winning and they've got a fantastic start and a difficult first few games of the season. Let's see what Jota and Neves and Caballero are like in January. Well, we're getting to that period in the winter. You know, it was pouring down. It was cold at Reading on November. They're still doing the business. I guess they need to get, like you say, get over that hurdle, and then surely they've got a great chance.
We're not quite there. I mean, the next month in particular, Christmas, is when, you know, they really start, the games really start to come thick and fast. It's such a huge period. I was saying last week, I think the weather, we obsess about it way too much. You know, you have bad weather in other countries, but it's just a relentless kind of, you know, stream of matches. That's what really does for players who perhaps aren't used to it, because that is what makes the Championship, League One, League Two unique. 46 game seasons, you don't get them, you know, anywhere else. But as we've said, Wolves have got that strength in depth, and that is the key. You know, if you've got, so Neves, as vital as he is, doesn't necessarily have to play every game. No. They will get the chance.
So many options. Price and Jai Sace. It's fantastic.
And players who can come in who are then hungry to get in the team. I mean, that's the key. That is always the challenge, I think, for Nuno, is keeping these players happy. It's very easy at the minute because they're winning. Everyone wants to fight to get in. That might not always be the case, but at the moment, you've got a situation where the players who are not in the team, you know, are fighting to get in. Nobody's sulking. You know, it's all pretty good.
It's all pretty good. Long may it continue. For all the latest Wolves news, make sure you log on to expressandstar.com.